Hey guys, welcome back. Maris here. This is Phoenix Point class guide series, and today we will talk about priest. So I will give you brief, quick information about the class, so you know what this class is. I added a little bit information for you. Obviously, additional information game doesn't tell you. So first of all, priest proficiency weapon is viral weapons. There are two weapons in your disposal. But abilities, let's just quickly run through them. You see there's action point cost and willpower cost, and the last line is my given rating. For 1 is avoided, 2 is situational but not that good, 3 situational and good, and 4 is basically what this class stands about. So mind control, as you can see, action post 0, action point cost, and willpower depends on how much enemy has willpower. It can be 0 if the enemy is panicked, or it can be 30 if that's siren full willpower. But I give a rating 4 because they lose 1 soldier, you gain 1 soldier. Mind control is really turning the tables, so awesome. Second, we have induced panic. This is another option. Again, not a single action power cost, but only 2 willpower, which basically disables their enemy soldier for 1 turn. Costs only 2 willpower, but in my experience, you want to kill them. Not, of course, control is good, so it is situational, but I don't use it. That's just my personal preference, and I'm doing the same. Suggesting. Class combos, we are not talking in this video about that. Definitely suggesting to combine with something. This is really powerful, but that's for different discussion what to pick. We have mind sense. This is something, as you can see, we don't have any action power or willpower, but just P, which stands for it's passive. Once you get it, it's all the time works. And this is 15 tiles, all the enemies are automatically revealed, which is very good because all their abilities, the priests, if they want to use, are in some specific area. Like, it's not close combat, it's, let's call it mid-range. So you need to get your priest in quite at the front lines so they can use their abilities. And in the same time, when the priest is amongst enemies, yeah, he can sense and automatically reveal through the walls and everything. So I give rating 3, situational, but situational good. And then we have the same actually for Psychic Ward, which is kinda at the first at least for me, gave the impression it is active ability. No, it's not. You get it, and then everyone around your priest are immune to panic and psychic damage attacks. 10 tiles. Passive, situational good, because not every enemy uses psychic damage, and if you are not suffering a lot of loss, there is no panic ever, never. So it's situational, but definitely in late game when sirens will be a problem. Yes, situational good still. And of course, last one is Mind Crash, deals 100 damage to all enemies, seen or not seen, through the walls, everything. Can't be boosted without there is no way how you can get more than 100, but still it's quite good, and I'm giving rating 4. Definitely it's main ability basically for them priest. I will add one more thing. You see the last numbers, 1 and 28. It basically is when you sum up everything you can use for the priest. And for mind control I used average, so that's 15, but how I came up with 28, because there's one additional ability you can get as a priest. I will quickly show it to you just because, and that is mutate. These 3 heads are usable only if you have priest, and this priest has install frenzy, and you can also get psychic scream. And these abilities to use their head is using the cost is 1 action point and 5 willpower. So that's why you can see I'm adding that also in this calculation. And this last part you need to understand what this 28 means is how much willpower, if you use every ability, will be used by your priest. And it gives you an impression that action points can be used for moving, and then at the end you can use, and there will be a lot of willpower needed. And this guide also adds one more thing, of course. To complete your soldier, you need to know how much strength, willpower and speed you want to put in the train. And 3 simple, same color coding. Red, I have never used not a single additional strength to what basically soldier has, and it's always 20, so leave it like that. Then willpower, my suggestion is fully load 20-20, just because all the abilities are using willpower. And then if something is left, hopefully then for speed, because you still, if your soldier, your priest is falling behind front line, he can't fully use their ability. So not maybe as important as willpower, but speed at least 20 maybe you want to get. That's basically how I would suggest you to structure your priest. And last thing I will just quickly touch, so you are aware, equipment. I will show just what is meant for priest. So he can use all the mounts addition to your gear, but there is but. If you hire priest as pure priest, it comes from disciples of Anno, and they will always have already 2 things mutated, and mutated parts cannot use modes. Keep that in mind. And also I can't swap, there is no way I can get mutated legs, so that's a limitation. If you have combination and take a priest as another class and make it a main class, then you can have priest with not a single mutated part. But otherwise, be warned, there always will be parts mutated, and if you don't have mutations, you will be stuck with them. But for armor, yes, there is 2 parts, and as I already discussed, there is not a single piece of armor that can give you willpower, boost willpower, besides the head. And another second next important part is speed. So I would suggest you to borrow some other pants. For example, the same Berserker pants, +3, that would be maybe my suggestion. Otherwise, priest armor does not excel in any specific way. Why you should stick with priest armor? That's my suggestion. And for equipment, last part, there's not a lot in general for your priest to use. Of course, all grenades, stims and stimpaks and healing kits can be used. Neurizer, and these are the two virus rifle and virus sniper rifle. As discussed in weapons videos, virus weapons in general we don't consider as good weapons because they don't do damage, they do virus. So if you can combine and get some other class and get some damage out of guns, I would suggest to do that, because you know your abilities do not use a lot of action points. So you can combine action points used to shoot. After shooting is over, use rest of willpower to do more damage with abilities. So that concludes my video. It concludes, simple as that. There are other videos for other classes, so if you want to jump in and leave a comment for something, anything, yeah, you're welcome, or ask any questions. Thanks for watching, guys. We will meet in next videos. Cheers.